Chapter 12, Sai Baba's Miracles. In this chapter, we will see Kaka Mahajani, Dhumal Pleader, and Mrs. Nimonkar. Kaka Mahajani went to Shirdi from Bombay. He wanted to stay there for 1 week and enjoy the Gokul Ashtami festival. As soon as he took Baba's darshan, Baba asked, "When are you returning home?" He was rather surprised at his question. He said, "That would be according to you and your order, my lord." Then Baba said, "Go tomorrow." By keeping Baba's word as law, Saheb Mahajani left immediately for his place and joined his office very next day in Bombay, and to found that employer was very anxiously waiting because his manager, that is Munimji, was suddenly fell ill, and it was a huge disturbance in the office because of this absence. While reaching to Bombay, Kaka Saheb received a letter, and that was from Shirdi redirected and initially written by his employer about the emergencies that made Kakaji feel blessed. Now listen to an opposite story. Once, Bhau Sahib Dhumal, a pleader, was going to Nipad village for a case. On the way, he came to Shirdi, took Baba's darshan, and wanted to proceed to Nipad immediately. But Baba did not permit him to do so. He made him stay at Shirdi for a week or so. In the meanwhile, the magistrate at Nifad village suffered intensely from pain in his abdomen, and the case was adjourned. Mr. Dhumal was then allowed to go and attend this case. He went on for some months and was tried by other 4 magistrates, but later, ultimately, Mr. Dhumal won the case and his client was acquitted. Mr. Nana Saheb Nimonkar, a Watandar of Nomon village and a honorary magistrate, was staying at Shirdi with his wife, Mrs. Nimonkar. They were spending good time with Baba in the masjid and serving him. It was so happened that his son fell ill at Belapur, and mother decided to see Baba's consent to leave Shirdi. But Mr. Nimonkar asked to leave immediately. But lady Mrs. Nimonkar got confused what to do, whether to leave without Sai Baba's consent or stay there against Mr. Nana Saheb's order and wish. So while leaving Shirdi, she went to Baba, who was standing in front of Sathe's Wada with Mr. Nana Saheb. She prostrated at his feet and asked permission to go. Baba immediately said, Go quickly. Be calm and stay comfortably at Belapur for 4 days. See all your relatives and then return to Shirdi." That was Nana Saheb's decision was overruled by Baba's decree. Now let us understand Mr. Mule Sastri of Nasik, an orthodox Agnihotri Brahmin of Nasik by the name Mule, who was studied the 6 Shastras and well versed in astrology, once came to Shirdi to see Bapu Saheb Bhuti, the famous millionaire of Nagpur city. After seeing him, Baba brought various fruits and other things from vendors with his own money and distributed to the person's devotees. Mr. Mule wanted to examine Baba's hand and requested him to extend his hand. Baba ignored his request and gave 4 mangoes, and they all returned to Vada. Mr. Mule took his shower, wore a sacred clothes. Then Baba as usual started for walking in Lendi Bagh, that means garden named Lendi, and said, take some geru, that is the red miry substance which often uses to color the clothes. We shall today don saffron colored cloth. None understood what Baba meant. Then after some time when Baba returned and preparations for the noon arati were being made, Babu Saheb Jog asked Mule Shastri whether he would accompany him for the afternoon prayers. He replied that he would see Baba in afternoon. He said during the worship, Baba said to him, get some dakshina from the Nasik Brahmin. Mr. Booty himself went to get the dakshina, and when he gave Baba's message to Mule Shastri, he thought in his mind, I am a pure Agnihotri Brahman. Why should I pay dakshina to a saint? But as a great saint like Sai Baba was asking for something through a millionaire who is Mr. Booty, I could not refuse. He thought this in mind. So leaving his routine in the middle, reached masjid with Bapu Saheb Booty Ji, thinking himself holy and more sacred than anyone else. He threw flowers at Baba's feet. But he saw his guru Golab Swami there instead of Sai Baba. He was wonderstruck. Could this be a dream? How Guru Golab Maharaj Ji will appear? He was speechless and thought again but could not understand what's going on. Ultimately, during his doubt, he felt at his guru's feet while other people enchanting the prayer and mantras. Mr. Mule uttered loudly his guru's name. When he got up and opened his eyes, he saw Baba asking for dakshina. He again saluted Baba and gave the dakshina. He said that his doubt was removed. Being Guru, Vishal saffron colored garment. Such is a wonderful Leela of Baba. Now let us understand the story of a doctor. One a mamlatdar, that means a person who has been in charge for the 50 villages to keep the land records. He came to Shirdi with a doctor friend. The doctor said that his deity was Rama and he would not bow before any Mohammedan. So he was unwilling to go to Shirdi. The Malmaddar replied that nobody would give a pressure to bow. If that's the case, I will visit Shirdi. According they and went to Shirdi to masjid at Baba's feet. All were wonderstruck. Doctor going ahead and saluting Baba. They asked him how he forgot to his resolutions and made a bow. Then the doctor replied, he saw his beloved deity Rama on the seat, and that's why he prostrated. He was saying this, Baba saw there. Being in dream, how could he be a Mohammedan? He is a great avatar. The very next day he started to fast. He absent in masjid, resolving not to go there until Baba blessed him. 3 days passed, and the 4th day, and he went to the masjid. After salutation, Baba asked him whether anybody had gone to call him. Hearing this vital question, the doctor was moved. The moral of all stories mentioned above, especially that of Mule Shastri, is that we should have firm faith in our Guru and nowhere else. Thank you for listening to this wonderful audio. Now listen to the next chapters. Om Sai Ram.